Hey man, be at your self service. Be the one to support you. You know what I'm saying? Because, listen, that goes a long way. Because there's nothing that could be done without you, whether it being positive or negative. You know, if you're being negative, let's just say you're not supporting yourself to a higher service, but to a certain level, like, there's a part of you that you are supporting. Do you see what I'm saying? And again, when we're saying that you are the way, it's to acknowledge like there's a part of you that is lustful and there's a spiritual side of you that uplifts you. So to be of the spirit is to uplift yourself. This is why when we say God, the divine, or God needs men and men needs God, that's what that means. For the divine to fully reflect itself as the beauty that it is, need a motherfucker like you or myself to embrace it. And then you get to see what what the divine is all about, and I also get to be that shit. Do you see what I'm saying? It's like I always tell people, regardless of how little that you think of you, and if God is this great, whatever the fuck, and all that shit, and then somehow it requires your validation, I don't know. It means something. I'm not saying you as big as God, but if God means nothing without me, what the fuck else do I need to say? You know what I'm saying? It's not even saying that I am God or, but this is to acknowledge, listen, man, for this thing to make sense, it takes two to tango. Do you see what I'm saying? For you to acknowledge the architect was built like any house was built by a man, like if even for you to say that alone, it's showing that, what I'm saying, a house had to be built. It's just you telling me like I have to see it in my understanding for me to be like, okay, God, I accept you, because technically that's what you're saying. If you telling me, every house was built by a man, and when you look at the universe, and then there has to be a God who created the universe, that's because you telling me you accepting it's like God is through you. Meaning when you look at the understanding that you have here in this life, and then nigga, you can't tell me there's no higher purpose because I am acknowledging in so many words, what you're also saying is you are acknowledging that in you. Listen, I mean, I don't know how you choose to look at this. I mean, because obviously the way you're looking at it is making a difference. You know what I'm saying? Because, it's easier and faster for people to be like, to show how much we ain't shit. Which, I mean, to be honest, I really don't think it requires a genius to see that. You know? But what it does require a genius to, or even to see, it's what I'm telling you. It's regardless on how bullshit you are. It's like you mean nothing to God, and then God somehow have chosen his only begotten son for you, and you ain't shit. How do you make that make sense? I mean, how do you even make that make sense if you don't embrace the reality that you're living in? That's why, you know what I'm saying? And for you to know you, and obviously you can't see it because you don't know God. This is why you are to study yourself. We study ourselves because ourselves in so many different ways, man. It's like we are the answer to our problems. Everything you're going through, you are the answer to it. But you must awaken to it. This is why the truth, I mean, you can't just say it just to say it. It's like what you're saying, I need to see it for myself. That's why you don't argue with fools. Not because, or let's just say, I'm not open to share the knowledge. Nigga, I'm doing this shit on fucking YouTube. And the shit's just free, nigga. If I could put this shit on some free shit for all of you motherfuckers, and there's no charge of you even looking at this, so much so, you have the power to be like, fuck this, let me see what his hair look like. Fuck his hair. I ain't even gonna listen to this nigga. You know what I'm saying? It's for my pretty niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like, you are entitled to that, man. And I go so much to show you. Do you see what I'm saying? And even if you somehow offended by what I'm saying, that goes to show you it ain't me. Because you wouldn't pay attention to me if somehow you were not interested. And now for me to somehow hurt your feelings, you would have to be highly invested. You understand what I'm saying? So in so many words, what I'm truly saying here, man, is that regardless on how, in fact, I'm going to use everything you guys are saying about you. You ain't shit. You know, you can never get anything right. And then somehow, for God to be valuable, he needs you. Because, and this is what you don't understand. Okay, you could argue with this shit. But this is what I'm truly saying to you. If you, let's just say, if you're a Christian, and I'm Islam, or Islamic, or let's just say Muhammad is my Jesus, like, Muhammad got nothing to do, has nothing on you. Just like for me, if I'm, let's just say, I'm Islamic, your motherfucking Jesus means nothing to me. I'm saying that to say, if you're not anything that is interesting, it's only interesting because you are interested. And it isn't a part of you too. This is why in psychology, or some people would talk about positive projection and negative projections. Positive projections, and I know for me, I have discovered that there was a bunch of people that I love naturally. I love their talent. But I didn't know why I love these people's talent. Until I realized, no. It was something in me that loved these people. And then when I got to know myself, now seeing how I could talk my own shit. So, in so many words, I fuck with these motherfuckers because of me. When I look at a motherfucker like Muhammad Ali, I didn't know why I love this nigga. When I look at a nigga like motherfucking Michael Jackson, but that's because there's a part of me, you know what I'm saying? Because our identity, I'm giving you free game right now. Pull out your notes and all that shit. Our identity intertwines. The moon is a reflection of the sunlight. Do you know what that means? Like, that's why a lot of people, you'll see, like, you know what I'm saying, like, your star have a favorite star. Because that star had enabled them to see their own star in them. That's what it means. Muhammad Ali, let's just say, shine a brightness, helped me to see me. And now I see why I love this nigga. He's a good looking brother. Hello. I mean, the talk game, I mean, his mouth is always, he always has a full mouth. You feel me? The weediness in this man. When I tell you, through his shine, his light, I was able to see myself. And this is why I'm doing what I'm doing here for you motherfuckers. As a spiritual healer, and this is the whole idea when the Buddhists talked about holding on the mirror of wisdom. Through my shine, you know, hopefully you'll get to see yours. Because I got to see mine through the other stars. And that's their job. That's what they do. But as being a priest, you know, this is where now, you know, but don't get it fucked up. As being a true priest, you know, I mean, shit. I'm materializing, you know, I do what they do and more. To be fair, let me just say this. But it may sound a certain way to you too, but it's all of it. I am what they do and more. When you figure out your own gift, man, listen. And this is why I'm telling you guys, man. You cannot fucking sell yourself short, bro. You can't do it. And when you do, it's a violation. You're violating the yourself, not just the self, because now you're connected to this. It's like other people. It's like and other people too. If you don't respect yourself, you would not respect other people, and nor other people would respect you. If you're the type of person, if you get in somebody's car, without even you thinking and you changing the music in somebody's car, that's because you don't respect you. Because respecting you, first of all, I'm already in somebody's car here. What's going on? Respecting you also has to do with you acknowledging that. I mean, for you to acknowledge yourself, I mean, your area, like this is where you can't do without you not loving you. It's blasphemy. It's total blasphemy, bro. Going against you, like it's an ultimate, like, how do you do that? And that's what a lot of you are doing, because your body, you are the answer to everything that you have. This spiritual journey, it's you on discovering that. You know, this is you studying yourself. When we're talking about spirituality, and this is funny, even religion, what we're truly doing is we are speaking of ourselves all the time. I don't know if we're saying this, well, I'm being modest, as a way to remind ourselves of who we are. Told you I was being modest. I guess there's nothing modest about me, huh? It's nothing small over here, nigga. Why do you think I suck my own dick? There's nothing small over here. Nothing at all. Do you see what I'm saying? And the difference, let's just say with somebody who's being ego driven. Listen, man, this is just me knowing what I know. When people tell you what's understood does not have to be explained. Now listen, this is a heavy, fully loaded statement. Because what people are saying when we're talking about this shit, because it's almost like I'm telling you, yo, even if I had enough words to tell you what you understood, it wouldn't be enough. What's understood doesn't have to be explained. Man, it's a fully loaded statement, because there's so much shit that's being said here. And I'm just jumping around, like literally jumping around the answer here. Because the answer would be so many different answers. Because when you understand something, it's like, listen, The purpose of using words is to get you to understand it. So when you understand it, what is there for me to say? But most importantly, understanding something too, it's like there's nothing I could tell you neither. Because I want you to look at it from both perspectives. And none of that shit is ego driven. That's when you know, you know. This is why someone who's being confident and someone who's being arrogant are two different things, bro. For the most part, when you're arrogant, you don't know what you have, nigga. That's why it's always inflated. You make it more, you thinking, this is you thinking of being more than who you are. That's what arrogant is, to be honest. But when you're confident, you know exactly what you got, nigga. It's like a motherfucker could talk all his shit that he want. Like you already know what you got in your hand. And you tell him, well, nigga, bring it. You bring it. I know what I got. You know where you at, stranger? Man, this is a different ball games. And for some reason, I've been living that alone. And somehow listen, man. Something big is coming. The storm is coming. Oh, trust me, it's coming. Anyway, let me get back. Oh, man. That's why I need to relax sometimes. Oh, wait. A big storm is coming. You know what I'm saying? It's unfortunate for those who can't read the signs. And this is what I was going to say. When you neglect yourself, because yourself is not just the answer, but it's also giving you all the signs that you need. This is why even your intuition, that's why I always tell people your intuition is not a safety guide. It's not a safety net type of shit. But it is a divine guidance, though, that either telling you the frequency, that frequency is not matching, or it's matching. But either way, it's not reflecting to, this is the right answer. This is it's definitely part of the puzzle. That much I'll tell you. Because by me following my intuition at times, even when my mind is telling me this is some bullshit, right? But this is what I'm trying to tell you. But at the end of it all, this is why going through your fucking intuition is divine guidance, but not a safety net, right? It's some shit that you're gonna figure out down the line, and then you be like, oh, okay, that's why I had to do what I had to do right then and there. But then again, man, it's like the level that you need to be to connect, even with that part of you, to have the ability to truly understand it. Man, I mean, this is where, to the pure, all is pure. But most importantly, it's like, you gotta be at a certain frequency yourself too. And that's another way of also saying you are reflecting your reality. And that goes for every single one of us. That's why it's not how much you know. It's the quality shit. It's how you're looking at it. It's not a number game, man. You got it all fucked up if you think this is a number game. This is why you have to be of quality and to be divine, or even to be who you are. You can't just be nobody. I mean, it's quality. Man, it has to be experienced, man. I mean, I am talking about it, obviously, but man, listen, man. I mean, that's why I'm just testifying to it. You got to fucking see it for yourself. And this is why, like, you know what I'm saying? You don't argue with fools, man. Not casting your pearls before swine, or even, you know, in African or nigger shit, you know, we understand like rites of passage. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you have to meet certain requirements, man. In other words, like you got to be worthy. And that requires of you to be born of that quality. It has to be in you. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is why this shit is like, you could sound smart all you want. But it's all about being smart. And when you are truly being smart, sounding, man, like, you suck your own dick. You know, if you want to go the path of, let's just say, using vocabulary to express whatever the fuck, yeah, you know what I'm saying? And that's why, like, when you listen to someone who's smart too, they don't even have to say much. Man, listen, man, like, you can't, you can't, like, sell yourself short, man. This is why, like I always tell you niggas too, man, regardless of how great God is, it means nothing without you. And regardless of how fucked up you are, because somehow you have to acknowledge it. Because anybody and everybody who's talking about God and what God means, it's going to be to them. This is what God means to me. I was starving in the middle of the night, bam, bam, like some shit happens, and then, you know what I'm saying, that happens. Oh my God. You know what I'm saying? That's right. God is always going to be your God, motherfucker. So again, this is ultimate. Like, this is ultimate wisdom, man. This is the wisdom that goes beyond your experiences, but this is why it requires you to know you. Man. But anyway, going back to the whole conversation here, man. Whew. I mean, shit, do I even need to go back? Do I even need to go back? Oh, you know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. But anyway, man, I'm just going to leave you guys here. Let me just say this, you know what I'm saying, to pretty much summarize this whole shit, right? Because ultimately, the message, you know, it's not for you not to sell yourself short. And when you do choose yourself, it's almost like the gifts, like the path, like certain things are being unfolded as you do that. When you follow your fucking, like your fucking, let's just say, passion or interest, whatever the fuck, right? And then it's leading you somewhere else. You didn't know how you're gonna get there. You got there, and also, not to mention the experience, the self-development that you going through. You know, and the transformation that's taking place as you're going through that shit. You building your character. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a whole, I mean, you now have a different meaning about who you even are. And it becomes this fucking adventure. Oh man, the art, all that shit. But, man, so much to talk about, man. But again, to summarize this, you know, this pretty much, man, like, the minute you don't choose you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what else to say, man. Man, you don't choose you, man. It's like, hey. I mean, that's literally at your own risk. You're risking so much, man. It's like, but that's what we have normalized and all that shit. But you know, anyway, there was another point that I was making. I kind of forgot too, but it is what it is. So, but anyway, I think I'm gonna stop there, man. What the fuck? I felt like I didn't quite make the point of what I really wanted to talk about. Oh shit! Yeah. Well, it's really not selling yourself short, because all of that, what I'm saying, like by you embracing who you are, it's almost like activating a different side of you, but more like activating life within life. This shit is crazy. And this is when, you have to go past your senses. Then you truly get to see your true self. And even as to see even that side of you, it requires for you to go beyond, or even to look at yourself from a different perspective. Going back to that quality way of looking at who you are, or in life in general. So, yo, so in so many words, man, like in so many ways, it's like, to become the illuminated one, the true Illuminati, by the way, not the bullshit you guys are talking about, because there's nothing illuminated about what they do or how they do it, or the results of what's being done on how they doing whatever the fuck they doing. This shit's crazy, man. I guess it is. But anyway, man, don't you sell yourself short, man. Because even God means nothing. Listen. Okay, let me just use the thing that you guys are saying about you. You mean so much of nothing. You mean so much of nothing that the God that is greater than you, created everything, has decided to use his only son. It's like, do you see what I'm saying? Like, however you want to break it down. Nothing is interesting if you're not interested. So we're going to leave it here. Haitian, Brau. I'll probably come back, as shit comes on. But I just wanted, I wanted to share. Listen, somebody wants to hear this. Mali. Brau.